Welcome back to UA924U. We are very excited to be back for our second episode.
It's great to be back in the studio. We have another packed episode full of entertainment for all of you.
Today we have Sarah coming to us with our culture section, talking to Winston Jones about the Windrush generation and his experiences.
We are also very pleased to bring you our first instalment of Student Come Dine With Me, which is full of laughs and some fantastic cooking by my co-host, so stay tuned.
And then lastly, we have Olivia and Reese joining us here on the sofa to talk to us about another great year, Sport 92.
So to start off our episode, here's Sarah's interview with Winston.
Hi, my name is Sarah McLean and I'm a second generation descendant of the Windrush. My granddad came over to the UK from Clarendon, Jamaica in 1958 in search for a better life for him and his family. So you might be wondering, what is the Windrush generation? The Windrush is a generation of Caribbean people who were invited to the UK post-World War II. Britain was in a desperate state of rebuilding, and as a result, many of those countries who were part of the Commonwealth came over to the UK. The Commonwealth is a group of countries that are sovereign by the British monarchy. I spoke to Winston Jones about his journey to the UK as a first-generation descendant of the Windrush, and he mentioned him and his family's experiences of life in England.
Right, I'm Winston Jones. I'm a second-generation Windrush. Came here in 1973. My parents came 1960. One came 1960, one came 63. Yeah, it was kind of weird. You know, I was 13 years old. You can imagine, didn't know any of my parents because they left when my dad left when I was less than 1. My mom left when I was 2. So I had no idea what they looked like, so you can imagine the anticipation.
This was a key point in history which transformed the country, but life in Britain was a distant reality from the dream they were promised.
It was a culture shock. It was a culture shock, I must admit. You know, you go outside and there's not a lot of people that look like you. You know, it's a funny story. There's another thing that you could, as a black child, I couldn't do anything wrong. I didn't get away with it. I wouldn't get away with it. I remember I was in the park playing football one day, and as kids, you know, you get up to a little mischief. And I was the only one who got caught because I was the one black guy.
Those of this generation were needed to work in public service jobs such as the NHS. Those who came over arrived by boat, in which the first ever boat docked at Tilbury, Essex in 1948.
You see, if you're in Jamaica, not a lot of people work, as in have a 9 to 5. Most people farm, you know, so having a chance to go to, as it were, the mother country, you know, dream come true. You know, it's like a lot of people go to America, Canada, here. You know, so my parents coming here. In Jamaica, my dad was just a farmer. My mom, she was a prep school teacher, but, you know, which would consider it a decent job, but that's as far as it would go. So to have a chance to come here, you know, and do whatever you wanted to do, as it were, my mom went on to be a nurse. So, you know, my dad worked in the foundry, you know, to support my mom.
Despite their struggle, this generation left their mark in British history, leaving their legacy.
Well, yeah, because that's why we came here. We built Britain. You know, I mean, our guys, you know, our people, you know, we drive the buses, nurses, you know. We basically did the jobs that the indigenous British people didn't want to do. You know, they thought they were too good to, perhaps not a good word to say they were too good to do it, but they felt they could do better, you know. It's like back in the day, if you were a bin man or you sweep the street, people look down on you. Today it's a sought after job. You know, so yeah, I mean, if you look on the British culture, you know, we've left our mark on that. You know, music, fashion, you know, all that sort of thing.
Well, so thank you for joining us, Sarah, and creating such an educational piece.
Yeah, I found that fascinating.
Yeah, it was really insightful to hear about Winston's experiences. So we've decided to carry on with this segment of the Windrush, and Barrage will be leading a section on the scandal. So keep an eye on our social medias for that to be released.
Well, thank you for joining us, and can't wait to see the next section. But moving on to our student life section now. Last episode, we spoke to you guys about your struggle meals whilst at university.
So this episode, we've kick-started our newest series, UA924U's Come Dine With Me. Our first episode sees 92FU's finest chef, Henna's, cook up a meal for all of us.
Take 4 hungover uni students and task them with creating their best meal and get them to score each other in private.
Chicken's done.
Today, Henry is the host for a hangover meal for the ages as they compete for the title of Student Come Dine With Me.
Welcome to my kitchen. So we got some chicken, we got some bacon, sourdough bread to make some garlic bread in a bit, some garlic, again for the garlic bread. We've got organic onions, they're no normal ones, so we paid an extra 50p for organic onions. Rigatoni pasta today, it's nicer than normal pasta, I mean it all tastes the same. Italian chopped tomatoes. Then I ended with makes it Italian, but you know, yeah. Krill, and that's it. Oh, I've got some cheese as well, that's in the fridge. Anyway, let's get cooking. You don't need to, you know, you just put it in, whatever you fancy. Chili and garlic. Give it a good shake, thorough shake. Put your chicken there for 20 minutes.
While Henry was preparing his food, I asked Joe and Reese what they're expecting from UA924U's finest chef.
Henry's quite a good cook, to be fair, so I think this is going to be quite nice. When he's cooked me pasta before, I really enjoyed it. So, and plus, I'm on an empty stomach, so I think I'm looking forward to this a lot.
I'll agree there. I think we've really shot ourselves in the foot here because he's the best chef out of all of us, and now we've just squandered the whole series because the first cook's the winner.
Dark horse.
So we'll come back to my episode for pizzas.
Oh, this is so hard to cook.
I'll get you a leaf to set that. Yeah, all he is.
Oh, I put far too much cream in.
After playing a bit of cards to pass the time, Henry's first meal is revealed, and Reese's reaction says it all.
Yeah. I'd like to see any of these schmucks try and beat me now. Look at that.
We've never gone to anyone's.
Decent.
For the chef's kid.
Oh, that's good. We're gonna run out of pan room. I've made a lot. I've made a lot. Just give me the prize money now, fellas.
Annoyingly, Henry's meal was unbelievable, shown after the reaction of my first bite. Incredible, incredible.
I'm gonna go on sensational sandwiches and finally do it.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, something had to go wrong during filming, and for some reason, we have no footage of our scoring. So, yeah. Listen, just take my word for it, Reese, me, and Joe all scored it a 9 out of 10. It was all going so well. So, after that world-class display of cooking by Henry, he's left with a huge score of 27. Join us next time, where we get one episode closer to crowning the first ever Student Can Dine Me champion.
That was some performance by you, Hennas.
Yeah, not bad from me, that was it. I'd like to see any of you guys try and beat me now.
I think I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
You'll need a big sleeve, Joe. But anyway, to finish off today's episode, it's time for our sports section.
Yeah, so we are here, joined on the sofa by our very best pundits, Olivia and Reese.
Cheers for that, boys. We're here today to give you a brief roundup of what's happened in the last year for Sport 92.
What a year it's been for Sport 92, from the first team securing their third consecutive promotion to the start of the uni's brand new cricket team entering their first outdoor season.
In football, the first team secured their third promotion in a row, moving up to Tier 4 of the Bucks League. The third team missed out on promotion on the final day of the season due to the second team drawing 2-2 with Sheffield to secure their position as second and their promotion.
Our netball team won their first ever game and went on to win 2 games that season. The team's captain, Lucy, collected the Captain of the Year award at the annual Sport 92 Awards last week.
Along with winning this award, Lucy also helped to organise and run one of the events of the year, the Women in Sport Conference, along with 92FU's very own Olivia.
Off the court, basketball have been leading the way, hosting social events on campus each block. The men's team finished third in their league and the women's team fought well in their newly promoted season.
As for the social league, Tollgate Town took home the trophy for the third and fourth block after winning every game except for drawing 1, plus only conceding 5 goals. Some of the social league teams took on some of the Class of 92 in our annual UA92 versus Class of 92 game.
To celebrate all the achievements across the year, the uni hosted the annual Sport 92 Awards to end off a great year of sport here at UA92.
And what a night Sports Awards was, and it's clearly been such a successful season again for Sport 92.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have just as much success next year. So for now and this show, that's everything. We're about to finish our first year here at UA92 and go home for summer.
But don't you worry, we're not going anywhere. While we might not be here sat in the studio, we will be posting plenty of stuff over on our social media, especially on our Instagram at UA92FU.
We've got a lot of exciting content planned, including part 2 of our Student Come Dine With Me.
It's been great to have you here once again with us, and we'll see you next time at UA92FU.
Bye.
Bye.